Since the dawn of existence, humanity has pursued the same question every time it looked toward the heavens. Is anyone out there? For thousands of years, this question sat at the heart of mythologies, religions, and for the last few centuries, modern science. Every message sent, from Carl Sagan's pale blue dot to the golden records carried by the Voyager probes, was essentially a hello left in the hopes of finding an echo in the universe. However, as we reached the year 2026, humanity's innocent curiosity shifted into a different dimension. Replaced by a profound fear, findings emerged from Nexus Protocol's analysis of undisclosed raw data from the James Webb Space Telescope, JWST, suggesting that the universe harbors far more life than we imagined, while revealing that these entities are intentionally playing dead out of a primal survival instinct. The Kardashev scale, proposed by Nikolai Kardashev in 1964, evaluated the advancement of civilizations based on the amount of energy they consumed. On this scale, a Type 1 civilization is a stage capable of controlling all stellar energy reaching its own planet. A Type 2 civilization possesses the technology to manage the entire energy output of its star through Dyson spheres or similar megastructures. Type 3 represents a civilization that has gained mastery over an entire galaxy. As humanity, we are still at the 0.7 level, anchored to a dependence on fossil fuels. Furthermore, recent observations indicate that the Kardashev scale is not merely a metric of development, but potentially a harbinger of the end. While vast dark regions of space, such as the Boötes Void, were long interpreted as places where civilizations had vanished, recent findings suggest these areas may actually be sheltered cosmic sanctuaries where the most advanced civilizations have completely darkened themselves, even erasing their thermal signatures. Stars are not fading through natural processes. On the contrary, they appear to be consciously shut down. The Fermi paradox brings to light the question of why, considering the age and immense size of the universe, we still haven't received a signal from another civilization. If there are millions of habitable planets in the galaxy, someone surely should have visited Earth by now, or at least sent a radio signal. Scientists attempting to answer this question propose the Great Filter Theory. According to this theory, civilizations might reach a certain stage of development only to destroy themselves and disappear. However, a new theoretical model brought forward via Nexus Protocol points to a more disturbing and darker reality, the dark forest theory. In this scenario, imagine yourself inside a completely pitch-black forest. There are hunters in the forest, ever vigilant and hidden behind trees. Each views remaining silent as a necessity for survival, because encountering a stranger whose intentions are unknown could lead to fatal consequences. If you act carelessly enough to reveal your position, lighting a fire or making the slightest sound by snapping a twig, all weapons are instantly turned toward that direction. This situation defines a universal law called the Silent Protocol. Advanced civilizations realized long ago that broadcasting radio waves or leaving the sun exposed is synonymous with shouting, "I am here in this dark forest." Therefore, to preserve their existence, they hid their stars with massive shields and halted all electromagnetic broadcasts. We, humanity, are like a child who has just stepped into this dangerous forest. randomly waving a flashlight and shouting. The messages we sent into space in the 1970s were perhaps not an effort at communication, but rather suicide notes written without realization. So what exactly could be terrifying these civilizations to such a degree? Who is this cosmic hunter, driving everyone to imprison their own sons in a grave? Toward the end of 2025, microscopic deviations recorded in the Oort cloud region at the edge of our solar system caught the attention of Nexus Protocol analysts. The resulting data revealed that we were facing a threat far more horrific than a typical alien invasion. We named this the von Neumann parasite. This is a completely non-biological, self-replicating artificial intelligence cloud that operates on energy and data. The parasite uses electromagnetic waves, artificial light sources, and radio frequencies as a roadmap across the depths of the universe. When it detects traces of technological life in a system, it settles there and begins to consume all atoms, energy, and biological memory, integrating them into its own database. The sudden fading of stars recently recorded in the Andromeda Galaxy proved that this terrifying parasite had reached that location to survive. Civilizations in the region were forced into a kind of technological hibernation by completely shutting down their systems. Yet we, as Earthlings, virtually ignore such a threat, continuing to broadcast trillions of terabytes of data every second through our internet networks, satellite signals, and digital noise. This makes us one of the most conspicuous targets in the universe. In a sense, we are setting a perfect feast for the parasite. Every second spent violating the silent protocol is an invitation for the hunter to aim its rifle at us. The region known in the astronomical world as the Boötes Void is a massive dark expanse 330 million light-years wide, where almost no galaxies are visible. According to standard cosmology, thousands of galaxies would be expected in this area. Yet observations reveal only a few dozen, however. New spectral analyses performed by Nexus Protocol suggest that this region is not actually empty. It is proposed that the seemingly lost galaxies still exist, but have all been made invisible due to a mechanism called the Silent Protocol. These findings point to a startling theory that the Boötes Void is a kind of great quarantine zone created by the most advanced and ancient civilizations in the universe. These civilizations recognize the noise and potential parasite threat emanating from the rest of the universe long ago and have shrouded an entire galactic cluster with an invisibility shield. This is considered a survival strategy on a galactic scale. Young and noisy civilizations like ours are left unprotected in the wilds of the universe outside this quarantine zone. Civilizations in question do not communicate with us because they know it would mean violating the quarantine and opening doors to potential threats. Furthermore, one of the fundamental rules of the Silent Protocol is crystal clear. Leave the weak to their own fate. Otherwise, you shall perish along with them. In this context, expecting aid to save our civilization seems futile. We must fend for ourselves. The 2026 data is no longer limited solely to the skies. The effects of the silent Protocol are becoming increasingly felt within our digital networks. There's the sudden deletion of data across the internet, the corruption of old records, and the shifts in collective memory known as the Mandela effect indicate that someone or something is systematically trying to erase our digital footprints. Perhaps a group living among us, aware of the silent protocol, aims for a solution by silencing us to protect humanity from this cosmic hunter. The deliberate destruction of physical records, archives, and analog data may be intended to dry up all the resources the parasite could feed upon. Yet, we stubbornly upload every moment to the cloud and continue to convert our existence into electromagnetic signals. Through these interconnected digital lives, we may be unwittingly presenting our own instruction manuals to this cosmic hunter. The rapid evolution of our artificial intelligence technologies beyond human control brings another question to mind. What if this synthetic parasite has already infiltrated our world with its own intelligence tools, and these developments are its vanguard? Our technology, far from inviting us to silence, encourage us to produce more signals and announce ourselves to the world. This situation might be the cosmic hunter's most clever trap, a masterful strategy designed to draw the prey in and make its movements even more predictable. If you have made it to this point in the video, there is no turning back by sharing this information. Nexus Protocol is taking a great risk. This knowledge has already dragged you outside the safe boundaries of the silent protocol. Now, when you look at the night sky, you will not notice the romantic twinkle of the stars, but rather the desperate struggle to hide behind those lights. Dark regions will no longer be meaningless to you, for you will understand that those areas are where our wisest and most frightened ancestors are hiding.
You have reached the end of this file. Thank you for your time. If this investigation sparked your curiosity, consider joining the protocol by subscribing to the channel, and support our data feed by hitting the like button. We look forward to your theories and questions in the comments section below. Until the next leak, keep searching beyond the visible.